Hello, hello, hello! How are you guys doing today? Happy Saturday. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe that I am finally sitting here vlogging. I just made some coffee in my sober cup. This is community coffee, and this is vanilla waffle cone. Hold on a second. It's so hot, you can see the steam coming off of it. Oh, it's so good. I just made that cup of coffee. And I just trimmed the candle. This is Cozy Cottage. And this is, I'm down to like one candle. Well, one in the kitchen, this one, and then one that I haven't opened yet. These candles, I think Andrea sent them to me, are so fantastic. From Ebony and Ivory Candle Company. If you're looking for Christmas presents, I would highly recommend these. She bought them for me and sent them to me as a gift, and they are so fantastic. I love them. This one, what does it say the scent is on this one? Frozen pine, warm spice, and brown sugar. To be honest with you, there hasn't been one that I did not like. I've liked them all, and they're very strong, which I like a strong candle. So just trim the wax on that. Just get the lighter down. I literally just posted 5 videos, and I am, oh, you guys get to see me post my 6th video right here. Posting my 6th video, posting my review of the Shirley Temple 7-Up. Should we post it? Make sure everything's done on it. So I'm posting it. All 6 of my videos are posted. I can cross it off my list. The end has come. The end has come. The end is here. The end has come. And I'm finally now relaxing with you guys. I cannot believe that I have filmed on every single one of my channels today. I knew that I would film a couple videos, but I really didn't think that I would film on every single one of my channels. I got up today about 1 o'clock, and Alex was down here, and he was making chicken fingers in the, I gotta say it right the first time, the air fryer. He was making chicken fingers in the air fryer, and then he had a donut, and then that he had gotten, and then he was getting ready because his friend was, somebody said, I hope that you go to the cabin. I was not part of this cabin ordeal, and I probably wouldn't have gone anyway because it's like an hour-and-a-half drive down there. So his friends picked it. So this is the couples that we go out to dinner with at Christmas time, and that there's always like one person missing, it seems like. Well, today it was 2 of us missing, me and one of the husbands. So our friends, so it's the couples that we've traveled with to Florida and stuff, and we go out to dinner with them quite a bit. Like the last time we went out to dinner with them, one whole couple was missing. It was the couple that, well, they have a newborn. And so it was a couple that's building the cabin. So they're building a cabin in like Brown County area, which is beautiful. It looks like, if you've seen the movie Stranger Things, it looks like Stranger Things. It's like 20 minutes from Indiana University's campus in Bloomington. Brown County, Nashville is a really small town. It's very, very cute. So they're building a cabin down there. And so she invited Alex and the other wife to go down there today, and they were going to have dinner somewhere and all this kind of stuff. But he ended up being down there. I guess his parents are watching the kids. So he was down there working on the cabin. So the 3 of them went. So Alex's friend, she picked him up here at 2 o'clock, and then they drove down there, and they got down there about 3:30. And then they ordered a bunch of stuff in, like they ordered pizza and all kinds of stuff. Anyway, and then her husband was going back home to get the kids, the people that are building the cabin. And so it was just Alex and then the 2 wives down there. So they've been hanging out. But anyway, he told me he'd be home between like 8:30 and 9. And it is currently, let's do a little time and temperature check, shall we? It is currently 7:05 p.m. And the temperature is... It is very cold in Indianapolis. I actually just saw this thing come up. It is 38 degrees outside, and it is cloudy. Tomorrow, let's see what the weather's supposed to be like. I saw this thing come up, maybe it was on the Facebook, I don't know, that said that the first week of December is supposed to be one of the coldest first weeks of December that we've had in like 30 years. I don't know if that means snow, but okay. Oh, tomorrow it's supposed to be 56? That can't be. I guess it is. Tomorrow's going to be 56. And then, is this the Weather Channel? Yeah, this is the Weather Channel. Tomorrow, 56. Monday, 58. Tuesday, 43. Okay, so then it starts going down. So then Thursday, the 28th, Thanksgiving, rain and snow showers, high of 40. Tanya was like, did you hear it's going to be 20 degrees? The low for 20 degrees? I said low of 16. Tanya, I went through all the weather. So yeah, the first week of December, it's like high of 25, high of 26, high of 32. I don't see any snow. It just is partly cloudy though. So the only day that it's supposed to snow is Thanksgiving. And actually in some parts of Indiana, Ohio, and you know, Illinois, and I think Pennsylvania, it's supposed to be like really bad snow. So I don't know. So anyway, because I didn't film a lot yesterday, when Alex left today, I was like, you know what? I think I'm just going to film a bunch of videos. And so I started off filming a drama video. I have a list of drama videos that I wanted to make. Let me get out of this Weather Channel because it's pulling up all this stuff. So I was like, I'm going to make a drama video. So I made a drama video. And then when I got done making a drama video, I had so much fun making the drama video that I was like, okay, let me do my reaction. I haven't done a reaction to Housewives in a very long time. So I did my reaction to the premiere of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. But I also talked about what I thought about Salt Lake City, what I thought about the reunion of Orange County on there, and what I thought about New York. And then after that, I did the movie club for my Peter Does Stuff channel, and I announced some huge changes that are coming to movie club next week. So if you want to go check out, it's a holiday theme over there, so you're going to want to see that. And then I did, what did I do after that? Okay, drama, Peter Does Stuff, TV. Oh, I did my booktube review. I did my review of The Night We Lost Him by Laura Dave, which was my October book for Peter's book club. So I'm completely caught up on all of my reviews for Peter's book club. We're caught up on all of our books for True Crime Book Club. So we're completely caught up in both book clubs. So my next review will be the November book, which is Paula Hawkins' the Blue Hour, the Bluest Hour, the Blue Hour, I don't know. But anyway, that's the book for November. So the first week of December, I will be doing that review. So this week, my plan is to finish, well, get back into walking, and then finish the 2 Misfortune books, finish the Paula Hawkins book, and then literally like the day after, other than the James Patterson books that I'm reading, like the day after Thanksgiving or Thanksgiving night, hopefully I'll be done with all 3 of those books by then. Then going forward, I am just reading Christmas books, Christmas thrillers. I have 10 Christmas thrillers that I picked out. I've already downloaded them on Audible. I have 10 Christmas thrillers that I'm going to be reading between Thanksgiving and Christmas. So I have 4 weeks to finish those books, which I think I can do that. Which will round out my year at about like 55 or 60 books, which is more than I thought it would be, but it's not the 100 that I had aimed for my book goal this year. And next week, probably Monday, I'm trying to like wait a day in between doing my videos. Probably on Monday or Tuesday, I will do, well, so next week I will be doing the 10 books that I'm reading for Christmas, the Christmas thrillers, and then I'm also going to be announcing the December books for True Crime Book Club and Peter's Book Club. So those will both be coming next week. I've actually kind of thought a little bit more about Thanksgiving. I don't know what I'm going to do. I probably will, because last night I was like, how am I going to get all this stuff done with Wednesday, with also going with Caroline for Cousin Fun Day? So I think what I'll do is, I don't really have that many errands to run this week. So Caroline and I will probably do a very, like we already talked about not going to Costco this week because it'll be so packed the day before Thanksgiving. But I also think it would be kind of fun to get out with Caroline and run around places, you know, the day before Thanksgiving when everybody's home. So Caroline and I don't know, we might even have brunch that day. So I will probably film a few videos for Wednesday, pre-film a few videos for Thursday, and I will probably late that night do a vlog for Thursday, and I will probably post it early on Thanksgiving. I don't know, not like 4, but like, you know, earlier than I usually do. And then a couple other videos for Thursday, and then Friday resume filming videos. So that's kind of my plan for this next week. Tomorrow, I don't know. I mean, today I thought I was just going to film like, I didn't even know if I was going to do a drama video last night. Today I was like, I knew I wanted to do my book review and like a Peterism, or I want to do my book review and I want to do the review of the Shirley Temple 7-Up, but I was like, that'll be like a half an hour and then I'll vlog. Little did I think that I would end up filming on all of my channels. So tomorrow I might end up filming on all my channels too. I have no idea. We're just taking it day by day at this point. So yeah, I filmed on all of my channels. I can't believe that. And I went the whole day with no headache. Just about a half an hour ago, I got like a pounding headache. So I just took some Tylenol right before I came on this vlog. So hopefully it'll go away here in a second. And I do feel like my throat doesn't hurt, but I feel like I'm losing my voice a little bit. I feel like, I don't know which video it was. I think it was my Peterisms video. I was kind of like stumbling over my words a little bit. I was like, okay, I've talked so much. You know, when you film like 6 videos back to back, it's like 3 hours of talking. Like if you add it all up in between there, it's like 2.5, 3 hours of just like constant talking. And then the vlog on top of that. I mean, my voice is pretty shot by the end of most days, but when I'm done with vlogging, it's like I don't really want to. It's funny that I talk on the phone at night because I'm just not really I'm so talked out by the time. I mean, think about it. I mean, I filmed like 6 videos and then my vlog. And last night my vlog was 1 hour and 48 minutes. First of all, I just want to say, when I film those vlogs, like it's crazy to me because people like other YouTubers will be like, what's your watch time? People always are interested in what each other's watch time is. So watch time means like, I know for people that watch a whole video, like you wouldn't even think about this because I'm somebody that usually watches a whole video. But like, let's say if a video is like 10 minutes long, right? There will be people that will come in and watch the whole 10 minutes. And there'll be other people that will like click it on and they go right out of it, right? And so your watch time is an average of everybody that watches your videos. The watch time on my vlogs is like insanity. How many of you it was like 1 hour and 48. My vlog was last night. I mean, my watch time was like well over 1 hour. And I was like, this is crazy that the majority of people watching my vlog are watching like an hour of a vlog, you know? So I just want to say thank you so much. I know that some of you out there really like the longer vlogs. I've been trying to make it at least 1 hour most days. I really enjoy doing that. I'm kind of committed to doing that going forward, definitely going into 2025. Unless we're on vacation, I'm going to really try to keep the vlogs a little bit longer. I mean, back in the day, 1 hour was nothing when I was driving around. But sitting on the front porch, it's kind of like, at some point, you kind of like, you know, you're just sitting here. Although, like yesterday, it didn't really seem that long that I filmed for almost 2 hours. So, I don't know. And a 3-hour vlog is coming very soon. Just has to kind of like be, I have to feel it. Like, I wake up that day and I'm just like, okay, today, so I'm going to do the 3-hour vlog. So, it's coming sometime before the end of the year. I will do my longest vlog ever. I think my longest vlog ever, actually, I looked it up, was like 3 hours and 21 minutes. So I have to do 3 hours and 22 minutes. So that vlog is coming sometime in the near future. But I wanted to say thank you for that. And the other thing I wanted to say thank you for was, it just was kind of cool. It wasn't like it was 30, but it was like 10 people, I think, that all said they wanted to read. So, okay, on my BookTube channel, I announced the other day this book that I had found on some like Facebook book group for like thrillers, psychological thrillers or something. And the book is called 25 Days by Per Jacobson. I thought the way that I read it was that people were taking the 25 chapters and making it into like an advent calendar, like reading a chapter a day until Christmas. But apparently that's what the author meant to do with it. So I announced it the other day on my BookTube channel, and like I got some DMs from direct messages from people. And people commented on it, and a lot of people, it's free on Kindle Unlimited if you want to read. And so, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to read every 5th day, counting down to Christmas. I'll do like a video reaction to like what I think of the book so far. So it's going to be really fun. It's going to be like a group project over on top of the 2 book clubs. It's going to be like a group project over there for those of you that celebrate Christmas and want to do something fun. It's like a book like countdown calendar, but like every day is a chapter, and then you find out like, you know, on Christmas what happens. I'm excited about it, so I think that'll be fun. So anyway, yeah, some fun stuff going on. I'm like looking down at this list of all these videos because like I write down like drama, like vlog, and then I write down drama, and I put an R next to record for the first one, and then publish. And then if I make the thumbnail, I put a dot to the left of it, and then if it's uploaded, I put a check mark, and when it's posted, I put a check mark and I circle it, and just to see all these videos. I haven't done that for a while, so yeah. And tonight, we're caught up on all of our shows. I have a feeling Alex will be very tired when he comes home tonight. So he will probably go to bed early. He actually did not get home super late last night. I was kind of surprised. I was sitting over there, and I started one show. I'll talk about that in just a second, but I ended up binge watching another show that was fantastic. I watched the whole show last night. So he came in when I was like starting the 2nd episode of the show, and then he was like so tired, he went upstairs. He got in about, I would say like 11:20, 11:30. And so, oh no, it would have been earlier than that because I laid down. It must have been like 10:20, 10:30, he got in. And so I went upstairs because I laid down, and I laid down for like an hour and a half because I was down here by like 12:15. So yeah, it would have been then. But so he came in and he was like exhausted. So he went like right to bed, and he was like looking at TikToks and stuff, and then he went to bed, and I lay down and took a nap, and then I came down here and I watched Found yesterday. Or did I watch it the night before? I think yesterday I watched Found while he was gone. Anyway, he had a good time at his Christmas party and stuff. Like, no spouses showed up to the restaurant afterwards. They went to 1933, which is like the steakhouse, and it was like him and like, it wasn't like the main people that I thought he was going to go with, because two of his coworkers, their kids are in town from college, and so they went like to go visit with them, and then like none of the husbands came, so it was like him and like three other people. I think that's why he probably didn't stay out really late, but he had a good time. They all got dressed up and they had a great time and all this kind of stuff. So yeah, so that was like the in-work Christmas party, and then there's like another one that they do that's like spouses, and it's like a small dinner. It's like different offices and stuff like that. So that'll be like, I think that's in January that we do that. But anyway, and then he got up today and, like I said, made the chicken fingers and stuff like that. So he went to bed early last night. I took a nap, and then I got up, and then I started Mr. Mercedes last night on Peacock. Okay, first of all, I think it's really well done. It's based on the Stephen King novel, and I was really excited about it when I first started. I was like, okay, this is another thriller. This is like The Lost Symbol. This is like all these shows. I can really get into it. Well, I watched the first episode before Alex got home, and then I started the second episode. At the end of the first episode, so it's about this police officer, and he's retired, and he, there's a serial killer, and he's kind of like stalking him a little bit. And it's like the last case that he was trying to solve that went unsolved. The serial killer from that is now like stalking him. And so he's like trying to figure it out. Well, at the very end of the first episode, they tell you who the serial killer is. I don't love shows like that. Cross did the same thing, but it was done in a completely different way because there were so many people involved. I don't love when you like know who it is from the get-go, and then it's just like this cat and mouse chase run kind of thing. I don't love that, this like on the hunt kind of thing. I don't love that. I mean, I like them when it's like a treasure hunt kind of deal, like the Da Vinci Code or the Lost Symbol or whatever, but I don't like when you know who the serial killer is and they're just trying to figure it out. It makes me very nervous to watch stuff like that. So I started watching the second episode. That's when Alex came in, and I just was kind of like, I'm over that. And then I had gone through all these shows and watched the trailer on Peacock, and The Triangle was another one that came out in like 2005 or 2009. Eric Stoltz, do you guys remember him from Some Kind of Wonderful and The Mask? I love him in those movies, but he's in it, and it's about some billionaire hires a group of scientists. Has anybody watched this movie? Is it any good? I'll watch it if it is. But they hire this team of scientists to like investigate the Bermuda Triangle. It's a 3-part miniseries. Anyway, I started watching it last night. It's like these old ships, like in Christopher Columbus time. I was very bored with it. So I was like, I don't know what to watch. And then Nikki and I talked on the phone for a long time. Tanya and I talked for the phone a long time. So it was like, I talked to Tanya earlier, and then Nikki and I talked later, but I was like, I don't know what to watch. And so I was going through Netflix, and the number one show on Netflix, TV series right now, is called A Man on the Inside with Ted Danson. Okay, I'm not a huge Ted Danson fan. It's nothing against him. It's just, he's just not one of my favorite actors. I was never a big Cheers watcher back in the day. My dad loved Cheers. I think my mom watched Cheers too. I just was never a big Cheers fan. I love the show The Good Place. People keep on they still recommend it to me today, and I'm like, I've already seen it. I love The Good Place. The Good Place is like a show that I don't typically watch comedies, but I like comedies that have like a heartfelt message to it or whatever. The Good Place, if you've never watched The Good Place before, I think it's like 4 seasons. It's conclusive. They ended it. And it's about this woman that she dies and ends up in the good place. Or she wants to go to the good place. But she dies and ends up in heaven, but she's not supposed to be there. Like, she tricked her way there. But they don't really know that. So, anyway, and Ted Danson is in charge. It's so deep. It goes so deep for a comedy. But Ted Danson, he's like in charge of like the good place. Not God, but he's like the guy in charge of The Good Place. I don't really know how to explain it. But anyway, it's really good. And I love that show. And in it, he has like this assistant. Well, actually, the actress that plays the assistant makes a cameo in this show. I won't tell you. It's at the very end. But like, I paused it. I was like, is that her? I was like, I love her so much. But anyway, I was like, okay, so I read the synopsis for the show. Let me read it to you because I don't want to ruin it for anybody. I don't want to, because I know I'm killing for ruining shows. Okay. A man here it is. It's #1 right now on Netflix TV series. I think it just came out. A Man on the Inside is one of the best Netflix shows. I'm going to do a full reaction to it on my Peter Watches TV channel. A retired man gets a new lease on life when he answers an ad from a private investigator and becomes a mole in a secret investigation in a nursing home. So, okay, it's about this guy and his diet. This will not ruin it for you. I'm literally giving you the pre-synopsis. It's about this guy, and he's like in his 70s. I think he's supposed to be like 75. Ted Danson. I don't know how old Ted Danson is. They make him look really young in the show at one part, and then they make him look, well, his age. He's 76 years old. He looks good for his age. God, it seems so bizarre to think that Ted Danson is 76 years old. First of all, I just want to say, like, you know, as a 52-year-old man that... I mean, I think I'm in the younger part of the older generation. I love that there are, like, movies and TV shows that are aimed at, like, our generation a little bit. I love that, #1. #2, I love all these kind of, like, mystery shows, like Only Murders in the Building, the new Matlock, Elsbeth, and now this one, that are kind of throwbacks to the shows that I grew up in the 80s. I love that so much. So yeah, so it's about this guy, and he's 70, I think he's supposed to be 75, and his wife has passed away, and he's kind of having a hard time moving on, and he doesn't really know what to do, and he has one daughter, and she's married and has 3 sons, and she's like, you need to get something that you're passionate about, like a hobby, and so he applies for this job. He doesn't really know what it is. It's like in a personal ad, and it's about, like, they just need, like, an old guy. It's about this guy. So this woman that lives in this retirement home, her necklace got stolen. And so he goes in to this retirement home to basically find out who stole this necklace. It is so well done. It is really about, you know, I always talk about, like, hard time making friends as you get older. And, like, it's like you don't have the history that you have with some of your friends that you have 20 years with. And so it's like you kind of don't even want to make friends. If you're my age, you'll know a little bit of what I'm talking about. It's like, first of all, even if you're 20 or 30, it's hard to make friends, right? But, like, the older you get, it's like the friends you have such history. I mean, Tanya and I have 26 years of friendship. It's like, and she's not even my oldest friend. You know, it's like, when you think about that, it's like, so if I meet somebody tomorrow, like, I'm not going to have that history with them. I think the show kind of reminded me, like, for friendships, what the Golden Bachelor and Golden Bachelorette have done for dating, for people that are older, to still give you hope. Because I walked away from this show and I thought I could still meet the greatest friend I've ever had in my life, you know? And I don't want to rule that out. But the show is so much more than the mystery. The mystery is the backdrop to the show, but the show is really, it's a lot about dementia. It's a lot about, like, Alzheimer's and dementia. It's a lot about as you get older. Sally Struthers is in it, which I love, because my mom back in the day, like, when I was born, my parents first got married, people would always say my mom looked like Sally Struthers from All in the Family. She's in it. She's fantastic in it. I wanted to look and see how old she is, because my mom would be 81. Just so crazy to think. She's 77 years old. She still looks so good. It's a lot about, like, doing things. There were actually some quotes in the show that I wrote down to remember. And I don't want to, I'll just tell you the quotes if I won't tell you the context to them. The first quote was, every day I wake up, I think, what's something new I can try? And it's in reference to, like, him trying something that he doesn't know, and, like, he's talking to this person, and they're explaining, like, why they got interested in this, like, thing that they're doing. And this person says, every day that I wake up, what do they say? Every day I wake up, I think, what's something new I can try? And I thought, what a great attitude to have in life. Not just as you get older, but if you're 20 years old or 30 years old, you know, like, what's something new today that I can try? And I really thought about that. I was like, okay, every day that I get up, I'm going to do one thing today that I've never tried before. Like, every day I'm going to do that. And so, you know, and not just like, oh, I'm going to film all my videos and all my channels on a Saturday, because I haven't done that for a while. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about trying a food I've never tried, or listening to a musician that I've never listened to before, or reading, like, a book that I've never read, or a different kind of book that I've ever read before, or watching a show that I would normally not watch, because maybe I'll end up loving that, you know, or something like that. Doing something completely different than something I've done, because I think That is one of the things I've noticed as I've gotten older, is that I become such a creature of habit. I don't think that's probably news to anybody out there. I think you guys know I buy the same kind of candles. I like, I sit in the same spots. I like Christmas bedding. I like a cozy house. I drink this coffee. I mean, it's like my life looks pretty routine, and I like that routine. I think because I was somebody that was so scared of change for so long that I kind of had to learn to embrace change, because change happens whether you like it or not. I can remember being like when I was younger, when I say my youth, it's weird saying that because I think some people think I mean like when I was 10, but to me, my youth now means like my mid-20s, So when I was in my mid-20s, I can remember saying to people, I hate change. Like, I'm so resistant to change. And then what I realized over time is that it's like I was talking in my Peterisms video today about when I hear people in meetings say like, acceptance, like, oh, I hate, I have such a hard time with acceptance. Like, I'm resistant to it. And I've thought for such a long time, like, well, what's your option? I mean, when life happens, what's your option to accept? I'm just not going to accept that actually is real, that that's happening. I mean, like, what's your option to that, And I think that's the same thing with change. Like, life changes whether you want it to or not. And you can either, it doesn't even sound right to say you can either accept it or you can't. It's like, what's the opposite of accepting it? Being in denial that life is changing? I think I have done that at times in my life. But anyway, I like the idea of kind of almost giving myself a challenge of trying something new every day that I've never tried before. Whether that's a kind of, I'll listen to a new musician, and I'll be like, somebody said something to me the other day. I was talking about some of Chaka Khan's music, and it was this song it was so funny because they were talking about forgetting things on that show last night. They were talking about all different kinds of things you forget as you get older, which is so true. But I was talking about the Chaka Khan song that was in the Cross TV show called Love Me Still, and somebody was like, Chaka Khan did not sing that song. Chaka Khan wrote that song. She was one of the co-writers on that song. I know that song. I know Chaka Khan music very well. I love Chaka Khan music. But, every once in a while, somebody will like, here's a good example, like Chapel Roan. Like, so many people have talked to me about Chapel Roan. I don't love all of her music. I'm not going to be a bullshit artist about it. I think that people are like, I love what she stands for. I love that there's a story to her, there's a message and a story to her journey. I love all that about Chapel Roan. I love like Good Night Babe or whatever, Good Luck Babe, Good Night Babe, Good Luck Babe. I love that song. There's a couple of her songs I really, really like. But a lot of her music, I'm just like, it's like Beyonce to me. Like, there's some Beyonce songs that I'm just like, damn, I love that song. And there's other music. I think we live in this world where it's like, if you like Taylor Swift, like, people want to be super fans of her. And then they're like, oh my God, I love everything by Taylor Swift. I don't love everything that Stevie Nicks has put out. Alex was watching that Saturday Night Live with Ariana Grande. Alex was watching that Saturday Night Live, which was funny. She was funny on that, Ariana Grande. I was hoping that she would do the Jennifer Coolidge thing, because if you guys have never seen, Jennifer Coolidge went on Jimmy Kimmel, and this feels so much like I'm just having like a talk with you guys. I have so much to say. Oh my God, I have so much to say. But Ariana Grande does impersonations. I did not know this until, I think it was Jimmy Kimmel, that Jennifer Coolidge was on, and he was like, do you want to hear Ariana Grande's imitation of you? And she was like, yeah, and she was like, oh, that's so good. I can't do imitations, but anyway. So they did this whole thing, this Jennifer Coolidge thing on Saturday Night Live. It was really funny, but Stevie Nicks sang on there. One of the songs she sang was like a retrospective. I won't say what it was. If you haven't watched it, you can look up. It was fantastic. But the other song, I was talking to another friend of mine the other night that loves Stevie Nicks. I love Stevie Nicks. She does not sound like she did 30 years ago. And I don't love everything that she puts out. There's been a lot of music that Stevie Nicks put out that I'm just like, next. I to be honest with you, it really kind of makes me question people when they like a musician, but they can't be critical of any of their music. Like, they're like, I love everything they put out. You love everything they put out? I love the Grateful Dead. I can't even say that about the Grateful Dead. There's a lot of musicians that I absolutely love that, like, a song will come on and I'll be like, next. I don't even know this song. I don't like this song. It must have been a B-side. It's always interesting when people like, I feel like it's kind of like the emergence of Taylor Swift a little bit. Like, it happened with that, where people are like, I know and I love every song she's put out. There's not one Taylor Swift song that you don't like. I mean, seriously, not one song that you don't like. of Taylor Swift. I mean, even my favorite artists. But I like to try new people. It's like Chappell Roan. People like they asked me what I thought about her. The camera stopped. I don't even know what I said because I was like down here looking like this. But people suggested Chappell Roan to me, so I started listening to some of her stuff. Well, they asked me what I thought about her, and I didn't really know that much about her. So I started listening to her stuff. Some of the stuff I love, some of the stuff, it's just okay. You know, I'm a huge Gaga fan too, you know, but like a lot of the stuff that, it's interesting with Lady Gaga because Lady Gaga will release something, and usually my response to it is, I'll never forget this with Born This Way. I hated Born This Way when it came out. I love it today. But a lot of Gaga's music, like when it comes out, I don't like it like right away. Telephone was another one of those. I hated that song Telephone, and now I love the song Telephone. Gaga's music kind of wears on me a little bit. I actually love more of her like acoustic stuff, like the movie that she did. Why can't I think of the movie right now? Born, no, what was that song? The one that she got nominated for an Academy Award. Why can't I think of that? You guys know what I'm talking about. But anyway, I love that song. But yeah, I'm like willing to try anything. It's like, when people recommend, you know, Alex's mom and Alex's brother are both music lovers of Latino music, but it's different. Like Alex's brother likes more like house Latino music. And so he, like his brother Carlos. And so he's introduced me to a lot of that. He's actually introduced Alex and Fufu to a lot of it too. It was interesting because like Carlos and like introduced, I think Carlos and Liliana introduced Alex to, is it Carol G? I think that's her name. And I love her too now. But like Fufu hadn't heard of her really. He had heard like one song of hers when we were in Mexico. And so like her song came on and we were like all singing to it. And he's like, who is this? And Alex was like, Carol G. And so I love to like learn new music from new people and new books and things like that. Books are hard for me though because like there's only a few people, like Tanya and I don't even love all the same books. There's only a few people that like, if they read something, like Nikki and I have very similar reading tastes. Stacy, who watches the vlog, Stacy, you know this. If Stacy says read this book, I'll read this book. I have like a list of things that Stacy's recommended to me. Because through the time that I have known Stacy from the vlog, the book club and stuff like that, if Stacy likes a book, I like that book. If she doesn't, I don't either typically. And it's very few people like that I've learned. Movies are the same way with me. Like my mom and I love the same kind of movies. So if like she loved, but Tanya and I, we don't necessarily. Tanya went and saw Gladiator yesterday. She and her husband went and saw it, by the way. She didn't think it was that great. She said, because I had said, I told her one of Alex's favorite movies is, I think his favorite movie is Gladiator. He loves 500 and Gladiator. I've never seen either one of them all the way through. And I told Tanya, she's like, you've never seen the original Gladiator? I was like, no, I have really no interest if you want to know the truth. And she's like, you haven't seen, I mean, Alex hasn't, I don't think he's seen To Kill a Mockingbird all the way through, and I haven't seen Gladiator all the way through. Those are both of our favorite movies. So anyway, I was like, well, how did it compare to the original? She's like, it wasn't, she's like, I didn't even, she's like, it's just, she started going on about this thing about the tank that they're fighting in had sharks. And she goes, does anybody question, like, where do they get these sharks in the middle of nowhere? I was like, Tanya, you think just the way that I do. But anyway, like everybody loved that Maverick movie that we went with. Every person, we went to that Maverick movie with like 8 people. I was the only one that thought it was stupid. I was like, I did not like this movie. I didn't like the original. What was I want to say Magnum P.I. What was that original movie with Tom Cruise? Top Gun. I didn't like the original Top Gun. And I didn't think that Maverick was good either. I don't care about those kind of movies. Those aren't the kind of movies I like, you know? Do you know what movie I love? I was talking about this to Tanya the other night. Did you guys ever see Winterbone with Jennifer Lawrence? Those are the kind of movies I love. I love that movie. That movie was so good. I love those kind of movies. But anyway, I like to try new stuff. I mean, I'll try new stuff, you know? There's actually like 2 or 3 Christmas movies on Netflix. And Alex is in this phase where he's like wanting to watch all these rom-coms. I don't know why. He never used to like them. When I liked him, he didn't want to watch them. Like all the Lifetime movies and stuff. But now he's wanting to watch all these rom-coms. So I'm going to ask him, if he comes home tonight and he's not too tired, I'll be like, do you want to watch Mr. Frosty with Lacey Chabert on Netflix? Because she was on Watch What Happens Live the other night. Did you guys see Watch What Happens Live with Lindsay Lohan and Lacey Chabert? They actually read part of the script for Mean Girls because he'll have them like act out stuff sometimes. He put on Kim Zolciak's, I thought I heard it raining. He put on Kim Zolciak's wig. They did the same thing. He did the same thing with Julia Roberts, and she did the name 'em thing from Sutton Strack from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. But he played Regina George, and it was the part in the cafeteria where Lacey Chabert says, you can't sit with us, that whole part. Like, the rules of Wednesday. She doesn't say you can't sit with us, she says the rules of Wednesday. It was real cute. I did not realize that Lacey Chabert had been in, she'd been in like 98 like Christmas movies or something. It was ridiculous. He said how many they were. But it was her and Lindsay Lohan. Lindsay Lohan, I watched that reality show of hers where she was like not doing great at all. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? And he even brought it up on there. She looks fantastic. Lindsay Lohan, I mean, I think she's had a lot of stuff done to her face, which whatever. But she looks fantastic. And the interchange between her and Lacey Chabert was kind of interesting. But like they like friendly, but not like whatever. I don't know. Lindsay Lohan was a little bit like, said something to her about Paris Hilton. She's like, oh yeah, we talked just like the other day. She invited me and her dog. I don't know. She seemed a little, you know, it's funny because like Lindsay Lohan, I mean, she was like the generation after me, so I didn't grow up with her. I mean, I watched Mean Girls and stuff like that, but I don't think I've ever seen The Parent Trap with her. I've seen the original, you know, who's the original Parent Trap with? Haley Mills with Trouble with Angels. Oh my God, I love that movie so much. That was in Peter's Movie Club. But I don't know that I've ever seen the original, or I've seen the remake of Parent Trap with Lindsay Lohan. But anyway, she's in a new Christmas movie. That Christmas movie that Lindsay Lohan was in last year, my headache is not going away. It's been like, where are we at? 36 minutes? That Christmas movie last year, Falling for Christmas or whatever, that was actually really good. I liked that Christmas movie. And she's in a new Christmas movie this year, so I'll probably watch that. So maybe Alex and I will watch a Christmas rom-com tonight. I feel like I need to bring the Christmas tree up and just put it up. And I need to start this stuff now. It's pure laziness, because y'all know I'm the laziest person. Did you not know that? But it is pure laziness that I don't want to bring the 2-foot tree up that takes me 10 minutes to decorate and put it up. I have no desire to do it. But then like Thanksgiving will come. It'll be one of these days when like Alex is at work and I'll just like throw it up. I'll just be like, let's just throw it up and put it up there. So yeah, that's what I'll do. That's what I'll do. That's what I'll do. And I'll just throw up the Christmas tree. And then I've got some other decorations and stuff. But you know, like I've been trying to like every night when I have the candles lit and the candle wax melter going and everything like that, I just like stand in the kitchen in the dark and I just kind of like look at it. And it brings me a lot of peace and stuff like that. This one chihuahua that my friend, this rescue chihuahua that my friend was sending me pictures of constantly, that they were trying to place. I said that I believe that rescues find their new owners, you know? And so I thought whatever next dog I'll have, that I will, that, like, I'll just know it. Like, I'll just feel it, right? Well, my friend kept on sending me these pictures of this chihuahua. And, they were kind of having, like, a hard time placing it and stuff. And there was something about it. I kind of had talked myself out of like a chihuahua. When PP passed away, I really thought that the next dog that we would get would be a chihuahua. Because I loved having a chihuahua so much. But then with Boo, I want something more like fluffy and furry or something like that. Or maybe both, I don't know. But like, the more I thought about this dog, I was like, maybe I'm supposed to like have this dog. But at the same time, like I was talking to Tanya about this last night, but at the same time, I'm not ready for a dog at all. And I know like I'm far off from being ready for a dog. I mean, I don't know, maybe I'm closer than I thought I was. I don't know. But there was a part of me that was like, I started playing out this whole thing in my head, like, well, I hope that he gets rescued, and like, what if nobody rescues him, and then I don't rescue him, and all this kind of stuff. So last night, my friend messaged me and was like, that he got rescued, and I was telling Tanya that there was like, I was happy, but I was like sad at the same time, because I was like, well, maybe he was supposed to be mine, I don't know, but you know, but I don't think he was, and I'm glad that he found a good home, because I'm not in a place yet to have a dog. I know the time will come, but The time will come. I don't think I'm anywhere near there. I keep on kind of like in my head, when I think about it, I put it off even like further. Like I say like middle of next summer or like early fall. And then I start thinking, well, maybe late fall, next Christmas. And then I was like, maybe February of this year, you know? I don't know. And I think, well, maybe right after we get back from Ultra. Oh, Alex just texted me. He's heading back. Let me text him and see how far away he is. Oh, bloody, oh, bloody. I'm going to say, I'm vlogging. Oh, yeah. I don't know. I think what it'll be for me is, I think what I did learn through this experience, I never really thought about getting this dog. I just knew I wasn't ready yet. There's so much that makes me sad still about Boo Radley. Like, I'm still so heavily grieving Boo Radley. I think to a point that I just don't even know that I've really been that honest with myself even about it. Like, we used to have these rugs in the bedroom. We had one at the end of the bed. It's the same ones that we have in the bathroom from IKEA, but we had one at the end of the bed so that when the dogs would run upstairs, they could like the blanket just stayed in, the rug just stayed in place and they could jump up there. Well, now that the dogs are gone, like Alex moved the blanket or moved the rug into the bathroom. So we now have 3 rugs in the bathroom instead of just the 2 that we had. Or we have one in the shower and one in front of like the sinks. We now have 2 in front of the sinks. Walking into the bedroom, I mean, it's literally like a 2-foot by 3-foot rug. It's like this big. But just walking into the bedroom and it not being there, like it's kind of weird to me. Like the bed is over there still in the corner. Like the dog bed is, I don't know if you can see it, but it's still in the corner over there. I don't really, to be honest with you, I don't have an emotional attachment to that bed. I probably just need to pick up that bed this weekend and like take it downstairs. I think the other thing is this. You know, I've never gone through this before. I kind of would like to know. I mean, I've talked to some of my friends about it. Like, Tanya's like, keep everything. Because I was like, well, I don't, like, the purple bed. I mean, that's obviously like, what did he say? I asked him how far. He said, past the outlet mall. I have no idea what that means. I don't know where there's an outlet mall. Outlet mall. Well, he's probably like 10 or 15 minutes from being... Where's the outlet mall that he's talking about? He's talking about the Edinburgh outlet mall? He's like an hour and 15 minutes from there. What outlet mall? I mean, it doesn't really matter, but... always texting me still. I just don't know, like, with the toys. Like, there's so many toys that, like, we never even used. Because, like, a lot of them, towards the end of, like, the bark box and stuff like that, I gave to my neighbors next door. I gave to, like, Tanya for the kennel. I gave to Melissa. Things like that. You know, all the leftover stuff. But there's, like, some things I'm, like clothes. Like, the clothes that we had. I don't know. Like, Boo Rally never liked to wear clothes. But Tucker and Pee-Pee did. And so I'm like, do I keep that? I don't want to... like, throw it out. I don't want to donate it. Oh, they're going to his friend's house. Oh, okay. They're, like, by Edinburgh. So they're driving from... They have to drop her off at her house first. I didn't even think about that because it's just the 3 of them down there because her husband went home. So he's going to be, well, that's like an hour and 15 minutes away, but they have to drop her off. So they're probably like an hour and a half from being home. I got all the time in the world to vlog. I got all the time in the world. So, but what was I going to say? I don't even remember what I was going to say. Oh, giving the stuff away and keeping it. Like, what do you guys do with dogs? He said, yeah. I said, are you guys... Anyway, I said, are you guys leaving there as soon as you drop her off? And he's like, yeah. Our other friend, she has 3 kids that are all under the age of 10. I bet she's exhausted today because she had like games and stuff this morning that she had to go to. I just don't know what to do. Like, Boo's purple bed, I think I would feel too weird. I mean, like, I don't know what we're going to do. I honestly don't know what we'll do with it. I don't know that I'm there yet to think about it. That bed, like, that bed I could keep for if we had more dogs, because I don't feel like there's an emotional attachment to that. But we've also had that bed for so long. So that I probably will donate to like a dog, because it's still in really great shape. I probably will donate that one. And then the other one of Boo's that I bought upstairs, that was like the grayish one, I'll probably donate that too. The purple one, I'll keep. I don't know what for. I know it's silly. I'm not ready to get rid of it yet. Boo never really played with toys. Lady and stuff like that Tucker and Pee-Pee played with. There was only like a couple toys that I have kind of, well, Alex has emotional ties to like some of Pee-Pee's early toys, like when he was like a puppy when he first got him. He'll never get rid of those. We have like those down in a bag downstairs. We have like a tote bag that we've kept some of their stuff in. And we actually did go through a lot of Pee-Pee and Tucker stuff, but like the other toys, like Boo never played with toys. So like the purple blanket and the purple bed are really the only thing that I think about, you know, when I think about him. Lady, Tucker loved Lady. I'll never get rid of Lady or the little ladies and stuff like that. But I don't know what to do with the toys that, like, I feel like I should just keep them for another dog because, I mean, why get rid of them and then buy all new toys? I know we're going to have another dog at some point. I don't know. What do you guys do about stuff like that? It's weird because most of my friends that I've been talking to about it, like, they'll say, like, not just about that situation, but about, like, what I'm going through or whatever, and they'll say, but we've never gone without a dog. Like, if they have 3 dogs, like, one of them will pass, but then they'll get another one. And so they always have 2 or 3 dogs. Like, this is, like, the first time, I feel like, I mean, it is the first time in 16 years, but even longer before that I've never had a dog in my life. It feels so bizarre. It feels so weird. So, I don't know. Anyway, last night, I don't know how I got off the TV show. So last night, I watched... I don't know if I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know if I'm going to watch the 2nd season of Based on a True Story. It just went to the halfway mark on the battery. The Based on a True Story that I was talking about the other day. I watched the 1st season. I remember, like, Mel and I talking about it when it was over, and I just was like, neither one of us were that impressed with it, and it ended on a cliffhanger. I don't want to watch a 2nd season. Somebody actually commented on one of my videos, and they're like, I'm not real down with it either. I don't know that I want to watch a 2nd season for it to end on a cliffhanger. I didn't love the 1st season that much anyway. I think I may pass on that show. I want to watch stuff that's good. The JonBenet Ramsey documentary comes out on Netflix. What is today? 23rd Saturday. It comes out on Monday. I'm excited about watching that. I'm kind of like, that's a case that I'm real interested in. And there are some other shows that are coming out this week, or that may have come out. There's some other true crime shows. So I stayed up last night, had all the candles lit. I like drank a cup of coffee. I made like a cup of coffee and then it got cold and then I made another cup of coffee. So I'm done with all the pumpkin spice coffee, except for the latte stuff. I feel like I have to say this every single time. Except for the latte stuff and the Headless Horseman one. But I think I'm just going to give the Headless Horseman one away. And then, so I'm done with all the pumpkin spice. So then I had like 4 K-Pods of the blueberry. And or 2 or 3, and I went through the blueberry last night, and so now I have in there the Community Coffee Vanilla Waffle Cone, and I think I have like 8 K-Pods of that, and when I'm done with that is when all the holiday coffee is going in the drawer. So, but last night I drank that, and then I switched over to like the calming tea. I have calming tea, and then I have sleep tea. So I switched over to the calm tea. I'm almost out of the calm tea. I'm gonna have to buy more of that. I don't know that it really calms me, but it's not caffeinated. So it's like chamomile tea and stuff like that. It's got chamomile and lavender in it and whatever. So chamomile, lavender. It's not like it's supposed to relax your mind. So I don't know what the brand is. I showed it in one of my hauls. So I was drinking that last night, and I was so relaxed watching that show. The show is 8 episodes, but each episode's like 25 to 30 minutes. So it's like a real quick watch. So I watched that, but I finished it like right at like 5:45. I was like, I'm staying up, and when I was down to like the final 2, it was like 20 till 5, and I was like, okay, you can either go to bed now or you can go to bed really late. And I was like, no, I'm I don't really have a lot to do tomorrow, so I'm gonna, Alex is going down to the cabin, so I'm gonna stay up and watch a show. So I stayed up and watched a show. I fell asleep pretty quick last night. When I went to bed, I finally, the last time I looked at the clock, it was 20 after 6, and that's the last thing I remember. So I must have fallen asleep pretty quickly, and then I woke up at 1. I'm tired today, but I'm not exhausted. I think I'm more tired because I got up and I filmed all these videos, and then my head is hurting today. That's the other thing. I've had this headache started a while ago, and now it's really intense headache. I don't really know. Sometimes I kind of have to shift back and forth between Tylenol and Aleve, so I might take some Aleve here in just a little bit, but I want to wait because I don't want to take it that close to the Tylenol. Not that it really matters because they're two different things, but so yeah. And then tonight, I don't know what I'm going to watch tonight. What's on my list? I haven't really been eating a lot either. I've been going through the meals that I have in the freezer. So I have cottage cheese that I get, the Good Nature cottage cheese that I get from Fresh Time. And so for dinner, I'll have 1 or 2 of those meals, from Trader Joe's, or the meals that I got at Target and stuff that are high protein, but the plant-based meals. I went through all the meals in the freezer because I wanted to make sure which ones were expired and whatever. And I think I have when I started this a couple weeks ago, I think I had it was a ridiculous amount. It was 25 meals in the freezer, and it was 2 of them were expired. I was kind of surprised. Green Carrot's another brand that I have in there. So for dinner, I've been eating 2 of those. Sometimes I'll have a peanut butter sandwich when I get hungry during the middle of the day. I don't really have anything here to snack on, but then I'll eat a cottage cheese or 2 in the evenings. To be honest with you, as little as I'm eating, I'm kind of surprised that weight's just not flying off of me, but it's not. But I also haven't been walking, and I probably won't walk tonight. It's cold outside. I know the cold thing. Oh, that's the other thing. I have not bought I started making a list last night of all the walking pads that you guys recommended. So Black Friday is already on Amazon right now. I started looking them up, the ones that people recommended to me, because I wanted to find ones that 2 or 3 people had recommended the same ones, which there actually were. I think I got 6 suggestions total, and so I was just going through and looking at them, and in all honesty, I just was I don't feel like doing this tonight. So I am going to do that tonight. I am going to order a walking pad. Somebody was a couple people were I hope that you do of course I'll do an unboxing. Are you kidding me? I'm the king of the unboxings in the hauls. Whatever I get, I'll show you guys 100%. I'll show you where I keep it. I'll probably do a walking vlog on the walking pad, I will definitely show all that on the walking pad. I'll show you guys which one I get and all that kind of stuff. I just kind of want to look into it. It's not even so much about the cost for me. I mean, I've obviously bought things like a sweater that's more expensive than some of these walking pads. So it's not I'm worried about that. I'll be honest with you, what I'm worried about is if I get a walking pad, that's not what I want, to go through returning it, to go take it to Kohl's and boxing it up again, because you can take things back to Kohl's, to return it and then buy another one. I mean, it's big. It's not it's a sweater that you can return, and stuff like that. So Caroline's actually, I'm not good about returning stuff, but Caroline's kind of helped me with some of that. I've done more of that, but I've also stuff that I thought I would return because it was the wrong sizes. I've saved a lot of it, and now it fits because I've lost weight. So yeah, but anyway, that's kind of the thing with the walking pad. I think that's kind of my hesitancy to buy one. I almost am tempted to go to Dick's Sporting Goods or something, but I just know that they're going to be so much more expensive there than they would be on Amazon, especially during the Black Friday sales and stuff like that. But I'm almost more tempted to go to Dick's Sporting Goods or something and be okay, I guess I could go there and look and see to a sports store and try them out and see which ones they have that match online and stuff like that. I don't know. It's just something like that to buy online. If it wasn't if it was something that would fit in a box like this, I'd have bought it a month ago, trust. But the fact that it's going to take up a major part of our space when we have very little space anyway, I just want to make sure that I'm really thinking through what I'm going to buy. But I will probably be buying one tonight. No, I'm going to commit to, I'm going to be buying one tonight. So yeah, I've got 5 or 6 that you guys gave me. I think it's 6. So I'm going to go through them tonight. And I already started going through and looking at them last night. They're all basically about the same price. I mean, I don't want to spend $500, but the majority of the ones that you guys gave me are between, I would say, $150 and $300. I mean, I'm willing to spend that on a walking pad, especially if it's going to get me healthy. You know what I mean? I mean, I've spent more than that on food, so I don't know why I wouldn't spend that on a walking pad. So yeah, I'm going to do that. But it has to be something that can fit like right underneath here. So I can just walk here. No, I wouldn't be walking while I'm sitting in a chair. But I'm excited about that. So tonight, I don't know what I'm going to watch. The only show that we have left together this week is House of Villains. So House of Villains, and then Mr. Mercedes, I might go back to. What was Tanya telling me about? I was like, she told me something, and I was like, based on a true story, I think I'm just not going to go watch that. Shows to binge. Oh, I know what it was. So many of you guys told me that Chernobyl on Max was really, really good. I might watch that tonight. I probably tonight will either watch Chernobyl. I also have 2 seasons of The Sinner left. I watched the first season. I think it was Jessica Biel. I have season 2 and season 3 to watch of The Sinner. I'll either probably watch Chernobyl, The Sinner, or Mindhunter. So that'll be one of those that I'll watch tonight. And then I think after Thanksgiving, I will probably start watching Yellowstone. I really want to watch Yellowstone and get that done. And then the new year, in January, is going to be my reality. I mean, I'll still binge watch other shows, but it's going to be my reality TV binge. So starting in January, my plan is like right after New Year's, I want to binge watch. I have a season and a half of Miami, Real Housewives of Miami. I think I have a season and a half or 2 seasons of a season and a half of Below Deck Mediterranean. I have maybe I have a season and a half. I have the season where Hannah gets fired. I have half of that season, and then I have the next season. So I have a season and a half of Miami and Below Deck Mediterranean. Then I've watched all of those seasons. Then I want to go in and I want to watch Below Deck, the original from the beginning. I want to watch Real Housewives of New Jersey from the beginning. I want to watch Real Housewives of Potomac from the beginning. Those are my 4 shows. Below Deck. Oh, Southern Charm. I want to watch Southern Charm too. So those are my binge shows that I'm going to watch for next year. And then when the seasons come back on, I will be doing commentary on those as well, starting in January. So excited about that. But I don't know what else we're going to watch. And then tomorrow, we'll probably go to brunch. I don't know what time we'll go to brunch. I don't think Alex has anything tomorrow. So he'll probably come home and binge watch some TV show, and I'll make a couple videos. And then take a nap and relax. And we low-key it on Sundays. He asked me if I wanted to go see Wicked. We might do that tomorrow, and then I wouldn't film any videos. But I don't think we'll do that tomorrow, because he was talking more about doing that at night. I was kind of surprised he wanted to see it. I'll go see any movie. I don't know that I necessarily want to see Gladiator, but he didn't express any interest that he wanted to see Gladiator, which I was kind of surprised about. But if he wants to go, he was like, do you want to go see Wicked? And I was like, oh, the battery is flashing, so I'm going to need to get another battery. So let me go in the kitchen. I wanted to see where I was on time. Let me go into the kitchen, and I will get another battery, and I will be back in 2 and 2. Okay, I'm back. I do think that one thing, this is totally on another subject, I was talking about Wicked. I don't know if we'll go see Wicked. I'll be honest with you, I don't really have a lot of desire to see Wicked. I don't have a lot of desire. I'm not a big musical person, so I don't really have a lot of desire to see the musical in person, let alone the movie. So, and I'm not a huge Ariana Grande fan, so, I mean, she's okay. I mean, she was fine on Saturday Night Live and stuff like that. It's just, I'm not dying to go see Wicked, do you know what I mean? But when I sit in here, the only candles that I have on in this room late at night, I have a lot in the kitchen. I have the candle wax melter, I have 3 on the island, and I have 1 on the counter next to the candle wax melter, well, kind of farther down. But out here, I have a Yankee candle over on the table over on that side, and then I have one of these next to it. And so I was sitting here last night. It's rather dark, but I kind of like it dark in here while I'm watching my show, so I sit right there on the chair and I watch my iPad. But I was like, maybe I need to put some of the holiday candles like over there on that table. And then I was like, the other wax melt, so it would look like a fireplace. I was like, I could keep it down there on the fireplace, you know? And yes, I am going to call and get the fireplace fixed. It's Monday. Look, I have it right here on my list. I have it, is it number 2 on my list, fireplace. I write it every single day on here, fireplace, and I just don't call. So Monday I will definitely call about the fireplace. We're probably like a month and a half out now, so it'll probably be February before they come, but at least it'll be fixed. This is the thing too, is I kind of already know what it is. So the last time that we tried to light a fire in the fireplace, it was years ago. I was probably vlogging and talked about it on there at the time. But the smoke wouldn't go up the chimney, okay? Even we call it a flue in Indiana. I don't know what you call it, but the whatever, the air vent. So the smoke wouldn't go up the chimney. So it was coming out into the house, okay? Like something was clogging the chimney. And Alex was like, do you think there's like a dead bird up there or something like that? Well, the very top of our chimney is really small. It's like that small. So the fact that an animal could get into the top of our chimney, it's not likely. I don't think it's that. Plus, I shined a flashlight up there. I couldn't see anything in there. I don't think it's that. I think what it is that, which, I mean, this was so many years ago, that when they painted and redid our roofs, I think that because I do them, like, they'll paint the houses one year, they roof them the next year. So the last time they did that, I think they taped over our fireplace so paint wouldn't come down in it. Because I've seen them tape over the other fireplaces. This is my conspiracy speculation. I think they taped over the fireplace. So I really think all it's going to take is for them to remove the tape. That's why, okay? So then you're asking yourself, well, Peter, then why didn't you call 4 years ago? I think that's a fantastic question. I think we already know the answer to that. It's because I'm lazy. That's why I'm lazy, okay? Y'all don't have something around your houses are so perfect that you don't have anything in your house that's needed to be fixed for 4 years and you just work around it. Okay, you're perfect. Well, I'm not perfect. I don't claim to be perfect. But I'm going to do that on Monday. Because I've been going back and forth, like, should I call maintenance and just have them come out in here and check it? But then that's like 3 days, okay? I've had the maintenance company come out here. It'd just be easier to call fireplace. But when the fireplace is fixed, then everything is fixed. And then we'll do the remodel in the house. But anyway, so I was thinking last night, I was like, well, where could I put the wax melter? And I was like, I could put it on the fireplace, but once the Christmas, like on the stone by the fireplace down there, but once the Christmas tree is up, then I got those boxes last year, remember, like those vintage TVs, do you guys remember those? They're like snow globes. Oh my God, I love the snow globes so much. But anyway, I was like, when all that stuff's up there, I don't want it like to catch on fire with the candle wax machine. So I was like, well, I could put it on that table in the corner. I don't know if you can see over there, we have this table in the corner, you can't really see it, but it's got over there like these glass birds that I collected for a while, and this like glass like wine thing that we've never put wine in it, picture books, and I collect clocks. I like the little like old-fashioned clocks, vintage clocks. And so I was like, well, I could put it over there because there's a plug in that corner, or I could put it over there. So, but I want it somewhere where I can like see it and be like, oh, that's a fireplace. It's so pretty. Part of the problem, like people are like, it would be so cozy for you late at night to have a fireplace. If I have a fireplace going in that fire, like it lights up this whole room because it's like, you close the glass things over it. It's a wood-burning fireplace. So it lights up the whole room. So if I have a fire in that fireplace, like Alex, it's going to be bright in the bedroom. So I probably wouldn't. I mean, he can kind of sleep through that. I can't sleep through that. I can't sleep to like, having the night light on was one thing, but having it like a bright light, I don't know that I could sleep through that. He probably wouldn't make a fire if I was down there anyway. He used to put candles in the fireplace, and he liked to have candles in there when he was like watching TV and stuff like that. If he would have somebody over here and they'd watch, one of his girlfriends, and they'd watch a movie or something like that, they put candles in the fireplace all around it. But yeah, it's been forever. It's weird because when we moved in here, like there used to be a couch that was right here facing that way. That chair was there when my mom was there. This chair was not. This was not here. This table was actually over there. That couch and that chair are new. They were never here before. We moved those tables around. That TV was not there. Where was the TV in my mom's living room when she lived here? We got rid of the couch. We had rugs down here. We got rid of the rugs. Like this table was actually spread out for 12 and it was over there. So we made that like a sitting area. So this whole area looks completely different. The artwork is pretty much, the artwork, this table, the secretary desk, which anybody that wants it can have it, like of my family, they've all said they want it. It's like, I don't know if you guys have seen the secretary desk, but like, it needs to go. And it just has DVDs and stuff in it. But anyway, but my mom loved that thing. So I don't want to just like, I'd rather have, Caroline has said she wants it. I'm like, well, arrange for somebody to come pick it up. So yeah, and then the buffet tables, but I like the buffet tables and stuff like that we have like the pictures on. So it's just about moving stuff around. There's like 2 or 3 pieces of furniture that were my mom's that we'll keep. And then some of the artwork. Other than that, like, we'll probably get rid of this table, actually, as well, because we've had this table forever. Well, you know, my mom and dad had it. I mean, it's this beautiful, I don't know if you've ever seen it. Well, I don't want to, like, show you right now. There's so much stuff on it. But it's this beautiful dining room table that, like, spreads out for 12 to sit at it. We have, like, the inserts down in the basement. But Alex and I would like something a little bit more modern. So when we redo the house, this will probably go, and we'll get a more modern table for probably right here. So, and then we won't have the TV on that thing. The TV will be hung over the fireplace is one of the things that we talked about, and having like an L-shaped. Oh no, you know what we talked about? Maybe putting the table over there and having like a big L-shaped couch over here that would go back, like behind you where you're at right now. Well, it looks like you're looking, well, behind you, and it would go like all along there, and the TV would be over the fireplace. That's how we want this to be. It would be real open. So yeah, what's left to come? What's come undone? What's come? She's come undone. She didn't know what she was headed for. Anyway, do y'all want to help me make my list for tomorrow? For all my video, for all my videos for tomorrow. You're like, Peter, your vlog isn't even up yet. Well, you don't know that, because when you're watching this, what is it tomorrow? Sunday the 24th. When you're watching this, the vlog will already be up. So what are you even talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. What are you guys doing? Do you guys celebrate Thanksgiving? Yes, no? Are you doing anything for it? Are you getting together with family? Will you be all alone? Do you not live in the United States, so you're not celebrating it? Do you live in the United States and you're not celebrating it? I know a lot of people that aren't celebrating this year. What's going on? We are going over to Alex's aunt and uncle's between 12:30 and 1. And then we will be there till 4:30 or 5. And then we are going to... we are going over to Caroline's house. And Alex's uncle, like, does everything. We have to, like, bring a dessert, I think, over there. Alex's mom is coming with us to Caroline's as well. At Caroline's house, it's kind of like everybody does something. Like, somebody's bringing macaroni and cheese. I used to bring the dinner rolls, but, like, I think it was 2 years ago, I offered to Caroline, I was like, let me just, like, because she gets the whole dinner catered, like the turkey, and I don't eat turkey and stuff like that, but the turkey, the mashed potatoes, all that kind of stuff. I said, let me just pay for it. So now Caroline and Mike and Alex and I, we split the main meal. And then everybody else brings like a side dish, which works out completely perfectly. We do that for Christmas and for Thanksgiving, which I think is nice. I don't think it should fall on any one person. It's interesting because did my phone, did somebody text me? No. I think it's interesting because I've done quite a few of those AITA videos, like Am I the A-hole, where the topic is, so-and-so will say, I have done Thanksgiving or Christmas, or it's usually Thanksgiving, for like the last 25 years. And it's not just about the cooking. I think that's what people forget. It's about the cleaning the house. It's about hosting. It's about cleaning up afterwards. It's about buying all the food, buying all the snacks, buying all the soft drinks, buying all the alcohol, buying everything. And then you not getting to relax on the day because you're preparing all the food. You're making sure that all the guests are enjoying themselves. And so you don't really rest until everybody is gone late that night. You know, that's why I said to Caroline last year, I was like, let me just pay for it. She wouldn't let me pay for the whole thing. I was like, Caroline, you host every single year. Let me just pay for it. Let me do it. And she was like, no. She's like, you can pay for half of it or whatever. I mean, I'm so grateful. Our place is too small. We can't do it, you know? I was talking about Alex's dad being here with the last time that he came here and whatever. I mean, the last time that he came here, I mean, there was, I don't know, 15 or 20 of us. It was small. I mean, people were like piling on top of each other. And so this place is small. This is no place you host a dinner at, even with a table that could fit 12. Because there's not really places for people to hang out, you know what I mean? Other than like stand in the kitchen. So I'm so thankful that Alex's aunt and uncle do it every year. They do, you know, I think Alex's mom is wanting to do Christmas. Oh no, she's doing something on the 21st. And then his aunt and uncle are doing Christmas Eve, I think. And then Caroline will do Christmas Day. But I'm grateful for it, you know? But I'm kind of surprised that that's not a discussion with more families. That there's just somebody that's designated to do it every single year. Like, I don't, like, do people not just step up and they're like, well, let us bring the alcohol, or let us, you know, like, bring the desserts, or, you know, who just texted me? Nikki just said the 7-Up tasted like cotton candy to them. They did it didn't taste like cotton candy to me. It tasted flat. I just think it's crazy that we just assume that, and I think the other thing is too, is like, when dinner's done at both houses, we're in the kitchen, like in the sink. I mean, yeah, some people go in and watch football or a movie and stuff like that. At Alex's aunt and uncle's house, they're usually watching a movie. But like his uncle does all the cooking. And so then the rest of us are staying in the kitchen, like clearing the dishes off the table, putting stuff away, wrapping stuff up, cleaning the dishes in the sink so they can go in the dishwasher. Same thing at Caroline's house. I don't think I've ever spent a Thanksgiving or a Christmas at my aunt and uncle's house or Caroline's house when I didn't clear the table, or Alex and I mean, or you're cleaning dishes standing there next to Caroline. That's kind of, to be honest with you, part of what I enjoy about Thanksgiving. That's kind of like the hominess and the coziness of it. I think I would be really bent out of shape. I do understand why people are really, do any of you have family like that? That they just show up and they don't do anything, they don't bring anything, they don't help. I think that's so rude. My feelings would be so hurt about that. I'd be like, next year we're going out to dinner for Christmas. I will say this. My Aunt Kathy and Uncle Dave, on Christmas Eve, after my mom passed away, we used to always go out to dinner. I loved that so much. And then we would go over to Alex's mom's house or aunt and uncle's house or whatever for the rest of Christmas Eve. We would do that early because my aunt and uncle always loved to eat early at like 4 o'clock or whatever. But we used to, for years and years and years, we would go to Fleming's Steakhouse, which no longer exists in Indianapolis, but we would go there. Before I was a vegetarian, they'd always laugh at me because I always got the stuffed chicken, which I thought was fantastic at Fleming's. But then after the last Christmas that we had with them, we went to Capri, which is this Italian restaurant up the street that I love. It's so beautiful. It's big fireplaces in there and stuff like that. Alex and I went there with Melissa and Jason 2 years ago before we saw the Christmas lights at the art museum. Maybe that was 3 years ago. And then last year, Alex's friend who picked him up today to go down to the cabin, our other friend's cabin, we were supposed to have dinner with all 3 couples last year for Christmas. Do you remember it? And our one friend, is her baby going to be a year already? I think she had just delivered, or she was sick and getting ready to deliver. I can't remember. But it was just the 2 couples. We went to Capri last year for Christmas. And it was so Christmassy and so fun. It's like big fireplaces and stuff. Actually, you know what's so crazy about that? We walk in and like we were there before our friends, the other couple, and they like walked in like right behind us. I don't remember who it was. Now I can't remember your name. Oh my God, if you're still watching this, I'll die. But somebody that worked there, that had worked there for years and years and years, that was like one of the hostesses, came up to me, and Alex went up there and he said something like, Alex Paredes, party of 4. And she goes, I know who you are. And he was like, what? And she's like, you're Peter's husband. And I was standing right there, and she came over and gave me a hug. And she was like, I watch all your videos. She was super, super sweet. And she came by and said something before she left for the night and stuff like that. But that was a fun night. But my Aunt Kathy and Uncle Dave, I think we went there maybe the last 2 Christmas Eves that they were alive. So, no, the last Christmas, was it Christmas Day or Christmas Eve? We were at Caroline's. Because that was when, I don't remember what we did for Christmas Eve that year. Hold on a second. I'm writing on my list. I have to deal with this paint from the leaf blowers, the maintenance company. I think it was maybe Christmas Day. I don't remember, but that was when my aunt... So my aunt had lung disease at the end. She hadn't smoked a cigarette in forever. I mean, I think she smoked at my mom's funeral, but before, I mean, she maybe smoked 1 cigarette a year. She had lung disease. But she was on an oxygen tank, and it was really, really bad that year. And that was right before she passed away. She passed away in January. And that Christmas, I think that was Christmas Day that we were over there, because it feels like we left really early. So that wouldn't have been Christmas Eve. I feel like that was Christmas Day. And Caroline's mother-in-law was there. And it was Alex and I and Caroline and Mike and David, and then her 2 stepsons and her 1 stepson's wife. And that was who it was that year. And that was my aunt's last Christmas. All the Christmases that have come and gone, it's so weird. I always think a lot about my mom and my aunt at Christmas time because they always make Christmas so special. My mom and my aunt loved Christmas so much. It is so weird, I will say this, like going into Christmas, like I was looking at some of the pictures of Boo Radley, you know, and of all the dogs, of Tucker and Pee-Pee, and it's like, I have all these pictures of them on the Christmas bedding, you know. I have pictures of Boo Radley just standing on the Christmas bedding or sleeping on the Christmas, like on Alex's pillow on the Christmas bedding. And it's so different, like with them like running around the house, and you know, it's like, it's weird like when I hear something now, because there's no dog here to make a sound, you know, so when I'm here and I'm all alone, I'm just like sitting at the computer and I'm like this. I mean, listen how quiet it is. Do you hear the clock over there? So when I hear something, I'm like, is that a mouse? I'm like, what is going on? What just fell? Did something just fall in the house? Is that a mouse? Like, it freaks me out, right? It is weird, you know? I saw the picture that I posted on my Instagram of Boo Radley standing up there. It reminded me of when somebody said, I'll miss you saying whatever I said. I don't even remember what I said in vlogs. What I say, hey, little guy. What are you doing, little guy? I miss him looking out at me over those two little, he'd just stick his little head out and look at me, you know? It's hard. I think my mom passed away. The first everything was hard, you know? The first birthday, the first Thanksgiving, the first Christmas, everything, the first New Year's, everything was hard, you know? I think it's like when you get sober, the first everything is hard, you know, the first nice summer day, the first fall day, the first birthday, the first Christmas, it's all hard. And then you make it through that first year and you're like, you look back and you're like, damn, I made it. I can make it through anything sober. I made it through everything that first year sober, you know? But that first year is so hard. And I feel like collectively I'm feeling the grief, like I've said before, not just to Boo Radley, but of all three dogs and just the end of an era. And so I'm just making it, you know, through it slowly. I'm sure there's some people out there that are like, oh God, is Peter going to ever stop talking about Boo Radley? I miss the little guy. I really miss him. Like I said earlier, like, I probably am not honest with myself about how much I miss him. I'm really struggling. I'm really having a hard time. I'm better at allowing myself to feel my feelings, but I still don't allow myself to 100% feel my feelings. I think the condition of my life looks a lot different than when we lost PP versus when we've lost Boo Radley and Tucker now too, you know, like I don't leave the house, I'm here all day long. It's a completely different situation. A lot has happened in time, and I don't know. I miss that little guy, you know? When Alex leaves for work, two things that are hard. When Alex leaves for work in the morning, like he would circle around after Alex had given him his medicine, and then we'd like curl right up next to Boo Radley's, or next to Alex's pillow, and I would like open my eyes, and I'd be like, and I would pet Boo Radley, and I'd be like, okay, Boo Radley, we're gonna go back to sleep, and he just kind of like look back at me. I miss that. The other thing is I miss like going to take a nap, and I'd be like, come on, Boo Radley, we're gonna go take a nap. You know, and he'd follow me up the stairs. He knew the word nap. I go, come on, Boo Radley, let's go take a nap. And as soon as he heard nap, he knew that meant upstairs, something upstairs. And so he'd go running upstairs and just pop under the bed, you know. Naps are kind of hard for me. I still take good naps, but they're still kind of hard for me. I miss them. And I know that, you know what, it's just going to take some time to get there. I'm just not necessarily there yet, but I'll get there. I'll get there eventually. So, I feel like my days, not because of this, just in general of my life, just in general of my life, these are the days of my life. I feel like today does not feel like a Saturday. I feel like today feels like a Tuesday, you know, and I don't know if tomorrow will feel like a Sunday. And I don't know what I'll do tomorrow, but being that today was Saturday and I filmed on all my channels, tomorrow I might film all on my channels too. Or I might not. We'll just have to find out till tomorrow. But tonight, I'm excited to start rendering this vlog and then get it. It takes about 2 or 3 hours to post to upload it. I used to upload it on my phone, but then I don't have my phone for like an hour and a half, so I've been uploading on the computer, which is why it posts when it posts. What time is it now? Is it after 8 o'clock? Oh my gosh, it's 8:21. Okay, so I'm gonna get off here now so I can start getting this rendered and then get it uploaded so it's up before midnight. And yeah, and then I'm gonna watch some TV and relax tonight. I've been reading my James Patterson books too, which are kind of cheesy, but I'm having a lot of fun doing that. So anyway, I hope that you guys are having a magically amazing Saturday and a fantastic weekend. And if nobody else has told you this today, I love you guys and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya.